'cause I've been up with you all over my head. And all my ladies say, hey, 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 shawty, hey, hey. And all my ladies say, hey, 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 shawty, hey, hey. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Sipping with Souls, episode 15. Yes, sir. We are back, man. We are back. Sunday episode, Sunday night episode. You know how I like to start the Sunday episodes, man. Listen, if you're going out on a Sunday, you're a degenerate, man. Go home. We got work tomorrow. Okay, we got work tomorrow, man. Shout out to the chat. Episode 15. You know, another big episode. We actually have a lot to talk about today. I ain't gonna lie. So, shout out to the crew. Shout out to the guys. You know, shout out to the early bird. Shout out to the 17 in the building. Couple housekeeping things to start off this stream. Little rebrand. You know, a little refresh action. I think I just wanted to get a simple logo done as soon as possible when I was starting Sipping with Souls, but did some work over this weekend, and I'm not gonna lie, I really like this little rebrand, man. You know, new logo, as you can see over here, new logo, new profile picture on the channel as well, if you haven't been here as well. There's something more calm, something more soothing, you know. I think the yellow was a little bit too blah. You know, let's calm things down, okay? Because I'm not a rowdy guy, unless we're talking about the Celtics. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. I got some new thumbnail styles out the way, got some new layouts out the way. So, calm little rebrand, calm little refresh. You know, shout out to the guys in the building. Shout out to the early birds. I want to shout out Glow Zach. Shout out to National. Shout out to Cade. Shout out to Rare the Post. Shout out to Trayvon. Shout out to I Don't Know. Shout out to Synthenize. Shout out to the early birds in the building, man. I appreciate y'all for rolling through. You know, hopefully everyone had a great week. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. You know, I had a pretty dead weekend. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't do anything this weekend, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Weather was kind of ass. Actually, we did go out Saturday to a baseball game. We went to the Woo Sox. However, it was raining, it was snowing, and literally as soon as we pulled up to the place, they got on the intercom. Yeah, today's canceled, y'all. We're gonna reschedule this. Hold on to your tickets. Next time so-and-so team comes around, y'all be able to use the tickets. Mind you, we got sweet tickets too, man. You know, my girl got her friend to come over with her whole family. It became a whole thing. So we ended up getting good food though, man. Shout out to Ziggy Bombs in Worcester. But nevertheless, shout out to the crew. Shout out to the guys. Had a pretty good weekend. Shout out to Young EA. Shout out to National in the building. TJ8 in the building. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? As far as today, before we get into everything, leave a 5-star review if you haven't already. Leave a 5-star review in audio. Actually, let's check if we have an audio review on the podcast streets. You know, we're still a very small podcast around here, so I'm not expecting one every single podcast, but that would be nice. That would be nice. Let's see if we got a new one here. Ooh, we actually do. This is from I've Sis into Tech. Okay. The podcast is lit enough said, I've been watching Souls for a year, and I really enjoy the podcast. You get a funny and interactive content, and you get funny. These typos be killing me sometimes, y'all. You get funny and interactive content and community. At what moment we can be serious and learn a thing or two. The next, we can just laugh together. The Would You Rather at the end of the podcast is fantastic and innovative. 5 out of 5 would recommend to join the community. You will enjoy your stay. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yes, sir. So leave a 5-star review. Like the stream if you haven't already. I see 37 people in the stream, but only 8 likes. Now 40 people in the stream, but only 8 likes. Let's get to 15. Can we at least get to 15? I know there's 7 of y'all. It's free. Y'all are already on the stream. Get to at least 15 likes. Okay, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You know, we're elevating every single stream. We're elevating every single podcast. Also, follow me on the gram. Okay, I'm telling y'all, man, I've really been killing it on the gram. We've really been killing it on the gram, y'all. Okay, so this is the gram. Okay, follow it, interact with it, vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? We're having a good time over there. A lot of the best and funniest moments we clip up for the Instagram. We also upload them as shorts on here, so you know if you just want to stay on here, that's fine. But I'll be uploading Q&As on there, stream updates, all of that. We're at 44.2K, closing in on 50K. Closing in on 50K with some viral reels coming out about, man. This DDG one's going crazy. I ain't gonna lie. He said $10 million is not enough money. That's a crazy take. This woman over here pronounced Jollibee Jobily, so I had to clown her. You know what I'm saying? This was from the last pod right here. Those little kids doing political podcasts. That was crazy. But yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie, chat. We have been making moves. For real, we have legitimately been making moves, okay? And also, if you want to support the stream, donate and do a super chat. I don't know why that took me so long. Get some super chats in. Shout out to Playmaker Central for $2. It didn't go and fool around and show his dick on camera. Jesus Christ. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about today, chat. We got a lot to talk about today. Last housekeeping thing. You know, this is called Sipping with SOLZ. And you know I got some matcha on me, chat. You know I got some matcha on me. You know, smooth, iced, and I also got some water. Okay. Shout out to Poland Spring. I would say in terms of all the, not mass produced, but like the cheaper bottled waters, Poland Spring, come on, focus, please. Please, thank you. Poland Spring, okay, so we're just not going to cooperate today. Poland Spring is definitely the best one, okay? Can you just, thank you. God damn. Poland Spring is definitely the best one. Okay, not that Kirkland bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Not that great value shit. Like, I literally taste the difference. I ain't gonna lie. And I got some Ascension in there as well. Shout out to my water enthusiasts. Okay, shout out to my water enthusiasts. But in terms of what's on the docket today, y'all. In terms of what's on the docket today. I want to talk about this AI art stuff. Okay? I want to talk about this AI art stuff. It has been consuming my brain over the last couple of days. The conversation about ChatGPT's new AI models. We don't typically talk about AI on this podcast, but I'm not gonna lie, this specific recent iteration has a lot of like intersectionality with the things that I do. So definitely more invested into this topic than usual. Also, I want to talk about Adin's return to Twitch. Adin has been officially unbanned on Twitch. We'll get into that as well. The AMPG League team, you know what I'm saying? The AMPG League team, Ray coming back to America. Well, not back, but he's not from here, but coming to America. Rakai and Rodney's son getting their own content house. Also, I don't know if y'all seen Kanye on Act stream today, but the footage is crazy. I don't even think I could show it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I guess we could just start off there. I don't really have much to say about the Kanye situation because it's nothing surprises me at this point. Nothing surprises me at this point. Nothing is new about this at this point. For those who don't know, Kanye West did an interview with DJ Academics, and DJ Academics couldn't even stream it. The stream that actually went on today was Ack reacting to the footage that he recorded, and essentially, Ack met Kanye, and Kanye showed up with a KKK costume, a black KKK costume. And again, I just don't have much to say at this point. None of this really surprises me. Like I always say, at this point, it's disappointing. Not to justify any of these actions. It's disappointing. It's alarming. And I just hope that he gets the help that he needs, because he definitely needs help. Definitely needs help. Not to justify his actions. I'm not asking for anyone, and it's definitely not my place anyways to, you know, tell motherfuckers to forgive him. But yeah. It's just disappointing at this point, y'all. Yeah, graduation tape can't save him from this one. And it hasn't for like the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, let's start off with some lighthearted shit. I don't even know if this is true, but here we go. The dumbass tweet of the day. 2018 was the worst year for hip-hop. We was listening to some bullshit. Okay. So, first of all, let me know if that's hot, you know, if that's a good take or not. So we must ask, why does he even say this? So he didn't mention exactly who, but, you know, this was when peak Tekashi 6ix9ine, peak Lil Pump was happening, peak Lil Xan, and I think this is Lil Skies. Oh no, this is not Lil Skies. This is Smoke Perp. I don't know. I think that's Smoke Perp. People are saying in the chat, nah, 2007 has that crown. Last year was pretty whack too. Only thing good coming out of 2017, 2018 was Swimming by Mac Miller. Depression rap sucked. 2017, 2018. I don't think that was a bad year of rap. I think didn't that one Uzi album came out? Not EXO Tour Life. Nah, I think a lot of great music came out in 2017, actually. I think a lot of great music came out. Nah, yeah. Love is Rage 2 came out in 2017. And now if we're bringing in 2018 into that mix, Astro World, I believe, came out in 2018. Scorpion came out in 2018. Die Lit came out in 2017, 2018, I believe. Like, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Hold on. Now we gotta look it up. Rap albums that came out in 2017. Damn came out in I thought that was 2016. Damn came out in 2017. Flower Boy, 444, The Never Story, More Life, Love is Rage 2, Culture, Wins and Losses. I don't know if y'all fuck with Wins and Losses. Without Warning came out. Issa came out. Issa album came out. Nah. Future came out. Hendrix came out. We gotta stop. Nah. We gotta stop, chat. We gotta stop. And then if we go to 2018, now nah. Invasion of Privacy, Astro World, Daytona, DiCaprio 2. Scorpion, KOD, Kids See Ghosts, Redemption, Die Lit, Culture 2, Yay, Harder Than Ever, pause. I am over I Was, Carter 5. Yo, we gotta stop. Victory Lap came out this year. We gotta stop. That is actually an L take. That is a horrible take. Now I will say this. A lot of bullshit was flying in 2017, 2018. So was this probably some of the worst floors in hip-hop in recent history? Probably. But saying it's the worst year of hip-hop, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. And maybe this is my hot take. Tekashi 6ix9ine wasn't all that bad, y'all. Hey, maybe that's my hot take, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. With all these guys in this conversation, I don't even think Tekashi 6ix9ine is in this class. For real. I'm gonna be honest with you. 6ix9ine got some hits, man. I remember when I first heard Gummo, chat. Do y'all remember when y'all first heard Gummo? Gummo was kind of hard on first listen, bro. I can't say the lyrics, but the beat, the Gummo beat, chat. Hold on, cause I really gotta play it now. I really got just the beat, chat. Hold on, cause I think y'all really.
Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
That shit heat, chat. Hey. We gotta stop. We gotta stop it, man. Shout out to the 70 in the building, man. Like up the stream. I see 20 likes. Let's get the 40 likes, man. Let's get the 40 likes. Okay. Let's see what other mini reactions we got. Oh, this is Leangelo. How do y'all feel about this, chat? How do y'all feel about this? So this is Leangelo Jello Ball on a recent podcast episode.
4 years.
I see Neon try to leak your shit on that little stream
Man,
y'all did.
bro, let me throw that out there. I got paid $0, bro. I drove on my own muscle. I could have left in 5 minutes for real, but you know, I rock.
Go ahead, Demo. What you got on, man?
I got on
4 years.
I see Neon try to.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Jello, calm down. Listen. Listen. You better not forget why Tweaker went viral. Hey, man, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. With how viral Tweaker went, should Neon even have to pay you for the second visit? I ain't gonna lie. You should just come off the strength, for real. Like, calm down, Jello. Nah, cause he at the top of the game now all of a sudden. You still got one song. Calm down. Damn. Talking about I came off like, nah, bro. You gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop. Okay. Let's see. Couple other mini reactions. Let's do this one.
In this room.
Can we get another DDG hit, chat? Because the last DDG TikTok kind of hit. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Anybody in this room right now can blow up on TikTok.
Let me increase the volume. DDG gives step-by-step on how to blow up.
Anybody in this room right now can blow up on TikTok if they was consistent.
Do you feel like if you were to start from scratch, could you do it all over again?
100%. Bro, I wrote the book to blowing up. I know the formula. I can give it to you for free right now.
Okay, if you had to start over.
I would start on TikTok. I didn't have TikTok back then.
Right.
But if I was starting over from
Today.
zero, I would start on TikTok. I go live every day. I post a TikTok every day, every single trend, every single trendy song, boom, boom, boom. I would link with pretty girls.
Okay, so I think this is the real question. How formulaic is blowing up on social media versus how much luck is actually involved? Because depending on who you talk to, they will tell you to your face, man, all of this is luck, bruh. Like, none of this is really calculated. Motherfuckers just be throwing shit in the dark, one hits, and next thing you know, you blow up. How much of this is actually calculated?
Videos, make the audience fall in love with us. And then from there, I would incorporate my friends and family. When you got an ecosystem of people around you that you see every day, it's easy for you to come up with ideas. But I would definitely start on TikTok before anything and then move over to YouTube.
Got it. So at what point would you move from the TikTok platform to YouTube?
I would do it at the same time, but I would focus more on TikTok.
Why? Do you feel like it's an acceleration tool that just didn't exist back then?
Yeah, TikTok is... Anybody in this room right now can blow up on TikTok if they was consistent.
Do you feel like consistency is the only key that matters on TikTok?
The only thing in any social media. I say that everybody come up to me all the time. I just want some advice, bro. I just want to know how I can make it. Like, bro, you just gotta be consistent. All right, bro, can I take a picture? They don't listen to it.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like, bro, you gotta be consistent. You gotta go every single day. That's the only way.
I don't think it's the only way. Let me say this. I don't think consistency is the only way. I don't think that's good advice. Like, if we're really getting down to it, you can succeed with quality over quantity, but I do think consistency is the main thing you can control in all of this. You know what I'm saying? Consistency is the only thing that you can control in all of this. The main thing you can control is showing up to work or not. You know what I'm saying? So, especially when it comes to everyone asking, you know, DDG, yo, how do I blow up? Or even me, you know, when people ask me, yo, SOLZ, you got any tips on social media? I never give them the quality tricks off rip. I never do. The reason why is because 90% of the people who ask me, yo, how do I blow up on social media? They don't be posting. Like, I'm going to just keep it a stack. That's a lot of y'all's biggest problems. You know, y'all be watching way too many tutorial videos. Y'all be watching way too many other people doing content. Y'all are way too focused on quality. Next thing you know, you haven't uploaded in weeks. So I always tell this, y'all. When y'all are starting out in this content shit, like what DDG said, consistency and quantity is the only thing that matters. I'm being so serious. When you haven't found your footing yet, when you don't know what you're known for, when you don't even know truly what type of content you want to make, quantity is the only thing that matters. And then you try to figure out what you're known for, what you can improve on, and you try to make every single video better, you know, day by day. But bro, this whole obsession with these little hacks, oh, you gotta put 5 hashtags, oh, you gotta get this camera, oh, you gotta post at this time. None of that shit matters. In the grand scheme of things, those are very minute details that don't matter. It's the same way Ashton Hall has been getting off these fucking, oh, you gotta dunk your head in a bowl of water to properly optimize your day. Like, no, technically it helps, okay? Technically that shit helps, but we gotta get to the fundamentals first. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to the fundamentals. We got to get to the meat and potatoes before we start adding the gravy, before we start adding the other sides. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to the basics when it comes to this, man. Saratoga to be specific. But yeah, man, shout out to Daryl, man. Shout out to Daryl. I think ultimately that's good advice. But let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Okay. So we were trying to figure out the name for this segment last pod. I think I'm sticking to fresh off the boat take of the week. I know that sounds crazy. Fresh off the boat take of the week. The question is, where do Filipinos rank in terms of best street food in the world? Where do Filipinos rank in terms of best street food in the world? I haven't had too much street food I haven't traveled to other countries. But I will say this, man. Filipino street food is definitely one of the biggest hits or misses out there. Definitely, absolutely. I think our most famous street food dish is a dish called balut. And it's not known for the right reasons. So for those who don't know, this is balut, okay? This is balut. Now you might be asking, B-Souls, what the fuck am I looking at? Well, this is, for those who don't know what balut is a popular Filipino street food delicacy consisting of a fertilized duck egg that is boiled or steamed with a partially developed embryo, often enjoyed with salt and vinegar. Yes, this is a fertilized duck egg, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the beak right there. You can see the eyes, and this is one of our street food delicacies, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had it. It's always looked disgusting to me, but it is like a popular dish in the Philippines. I'm saying you can buy a couple for like a couple pesos on the street. It's annoying that this is what our street food is known for, but there's a couple of, hey, we got some bangers though. We got some bangers. One is Kwek Kwek. I don't know if y'all know what Kwek Kwek is. Y'all probably don't. I'm gonna just assume y'all don't know any of this. Kwek Kwek, otherwise known as tokneneng in some, some parts of the country. These are hard-boiled quail eggs, coated with orange batter and then deep fried until crispy. So essentially, small, boiled eggs. They do taste very similar to boiled eggs. So I know that. And then you deep fry them, and then they got the special like sweet and sour sauce. This shit is fire. This shit right here is fire. We also got taho. You know what I'm saying? This is taho. It's taho is a popular Filipino street food and dessert consisting of silken tofu, sago pearls, and sweet brown sugar syrup called arnibal. Okay? So the crazy thing about this is like people literally like there are literally men that like walk through the village or whatever with like I'm gonna just show y'all the whole vendor. So you will see people like this walking in the streets with all the sago ingredients, the taho ingredients, and this is like their business is selling taho. They got the plastic cups, you know what I'm saying? They got the tofu in one jar. They got the syrup in another jar. It literally looks like this. And they literally just make the rounds every single morning. You know what I'm saying? And this shit is mad good, chat. This shit is mad good. So, we got some hits, okay? Don't get me wrong. We also got some misses, though. We got fish balls as well. Fish balls is another good one. What else is there? Filipino street food. Yeah, this is typically what our street food looks like. This is deep fried plantains. Deep fried plantains, chat, coated in sugar. Woo! Now that's some heat. That's some heat. I don't know if lumpia counts as street food as well. Lumpia is fire. I know that's a very, very popular dish that a lot of people know. Yeah, man. Our street food is fire. Now this shit right here, this is actually chicken liver intestine. This is a side I don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? But there's some good shit out there. There's some good shit out there. Any kind of plantain smack. Yeah, no. This shit specifically though. This shit specifically, if cooked right, whoo, that's some heat. That's some heat. But nevertheless, just want to get that out the way, man. Filipino Street Food 101 with your boy. Okay. But if y'all want to try balut. But it's just not for me. Okay. It is just not for me. Okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes, y'all. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Okay. Let's talk about AI art, man. Let's talk about AI art. So, for those who don't know what's been going on in the AI world, okay, ChatGPT recently released an update. I believe it's called ChatGPT 4.0 that released very, very groundbreaking features that have just taken over the internet. More specifically is image generation, and the level of image generation that it's producing now is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I'll show y'all a couple of examples here real quick of what I'm talking about, but the results are honestly insane. I've tried it out myself, and I personally got some funny results, and I'll share those here shortly. But let's go ahead and bring up some other examples right here. So essentially all you do is go on ChatGPT. One, you got to get the paid version, right? I believe it's $20 a month. So I tried it out. Fuck it, it's $20. You go on ChatGPT. You are now able to upload images as reference and say, you know, the prompt that everyone is using is output this image in a Studio Ghibli style art style, okay? And it produces images like this, okay? Look at what the ChatGPT thing did to your photo. Oh my God, what? Stop, that's so cute. Oh my God, thank you. But really, really good results, chat. I ain't gonna lie. Really, really cool results. The shock value and the accuracy compared to the reference photo and what it actually outputs is absolutely insane. You know, I think more than just being able to replicate someone's art style, the more detail, the more specific details that this update has been able to output has just been insane. And we gotta I tried it out for the pod and I got this result. I tried it out. I wanted to see how good it was for my specific photos. And in terms of getting the art style right and getting like the overall big details out, like I think it did a really good job. But the finer details, man, who is this? Who is this? Chat, I swear to God, I don't know why. I don't know why it gave Sage glasses and long hair. I don't know why it made Omar look like a crackhead. I don't like what is this facial hair thing going on here with me? Like this, I'm gonna be honest, man. This looks like a racist image of an Asian dude. Like I don't like this is kind of crazy. They gave Damo a lazy eye. Damo looking like Biggie Smalls out here for real. Like shit looks kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? So my results with this wasn't really the best. But I got a couple better results, I guess. You know, I just wanted to, you know, set it through its motions, and really push it and just really see what it's about. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you, I have been behind when it comes to all the AI advancements. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been like trying to ignore all this shit and just move with life normally because I know some of the problems with AI and shit like that. But this is a picture generated for me. This is a picture of my girl and my sisters the day I proposed to her. I don't know why it's so blurry. There you go. But the results look crazy. Like dead ass, the results look crazy. Like crazy good. I'm gonna be honest with you. And this is funny right here. This is funny right here. So I did a picture with me and Buzz. Hold on. I did a picture with me and Buzz. Okay. First of all, they didn't give me my facial hair. So I then asked ChatGPT, yo, add facial hair, add a mustache and a goatee. And this is the result it gave. It added a mustache and a goatee, not just to me, but to Buzz as well. Okay, so oh man. So I personally got some funny results from this. But it definitely sparked a very, very big conversation about the ethics of AI art, how problematic it is it problematic, and things of that nature. So I then tweeted this out. For the timeline to interact with. I also made an Instagram Q&A as well. I asked the timeline, well, this is a typo. Why is AI art problematic to you? Okay. Genuine question, because I'm behind on a lot of this AI stuff. I genuinely am, because at this point when it comes to how AI really applies to me, I truly don't think I need it. So, got a lot of replies here. So let me just read some of them. This is from some of the friends of the show. GK Trey says, the generative AI uses Earth's finite resources to generate those images and the loss of human arts. Swiper says, less work for real people. Tucker actually gave a pretty detailed response right here. Generally speaking, one of the main issues is people is it taking opportunities away from artists. Commercials, posters, editing, creative stuff, etc. AI is a cheaper option and at some point might be close to as good as a real person. So companies are going to need to be pressured away from using it for those people to keep their jobs. I think it should be used for boring menial tasks that don't require creativity. Leave creativity to actual people. Okay? There are also obviously needs to be much heavy disclosure regulations to avoid some of the craziness. Okay, let's read a couple more of these responses. This is from friend of the show, Omar. AI art is an original. I'm assuming he meant to say theft. And while I may be okay with some small theft, corporations stealing from individuals is disgusting. Also, there's a data issue with AI. Also, it can be racist. I think a lot of people are covering some really good points about how unethical it can be from a standpoint of taking someone's identity and putting it into large systems that store their data without their consent, and also the ability to make things like revenge porn. Also, taking away jobs is also nasty work. I'm not sure why he referenced 23andMe here. But let's go ahead and read some more of these responses because I really did get a lot of good ones. The worst says the environmental impact is drastic. Water consumption to cool chips, mineral mining to build the hardware for all LLM applications is enough to look into. Unethical sourcing of art to train models and derive images is demeaning and anti-arts. I want art with a soul. Okay, this guy gave a specific example to me. It's like if ChatGPT had a video generator function where you can ask it, generate an NBA video in the B-Soul style, and it makes one copying your style, and people then upload it as well as their own videos. It's also bad for the environment. So definitely a lot of takes going on here. Definitely a lot of backlash when it comes to AI art as a whole. And I'm not gonna lie, chat. Again, like I said in the beginning of this podcast, this is a very interesting topic to me because of the cross sections that I personally have with a lot of things going on with AI art. Okay, so for one, I have a computer science background. Okay. So for one, I have a computer science background. Two, I am a creator myself. Three, I use software to create content, to create arts. Four, I'm also on the other side of things when it comes to running businesses, being an entrepreneur, trying to make things efficient and all of these different things. So this is definitely a very, very interesting conversation to me because of the intersectionalities that I have in my life. But also, the more I look into this, chat, a lot of this is new and not new at the same time. Now, hear me out. I think there's a conversation to be had. I want to break this up into two parts. One is AI and AI arts unethical? And two, and I know this is going to sound crazy, how wrong is it for us to use and interact with something that is unethical? And I understand that again, that sounds crazy, but just hear me out. Okay, just hear me out. So the reason I say that is because I'm gonna just be upfront. I do think with how AI does a lot of its business, with how AI trains its models and gets its data, it is unethical. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is unethical. I believe I read something that says it is like a lot of the data being used for AI. It's not consensual. No one, like a lot of the data being used is, not people consenting to Chat GPT or OpenAI using their data. They are just scraping this from the internet. You know what I'm saying? Also, I read the environmental impacts of AI is just absolutely ridiculous. absolutely ridiculous. Like, we're talking about carbon footprints that exceed even, you know, the average person using a gas car. And a gas car is already like really bad for the environment. You know what I'm saying? All these different things, how it gets its data, how it uses data, how it's, you know, stealing jobs from people. Like, I think my baseline take is that it's definitely unethical, the business of AI, and how it goes about things. Now, I also say this, I've definitely seen some ethical, not even ethical, but like non-invasive uses of AI. Like whatchamacallit, Tucker just said in the replies. Like, I think there's a difference between using AI to create art and to create content versus using AI to aid in certain tasks. Okay. So I don't want to leak what my company is doing, but you know, we've used AI to just like be able to grab certain information from a certain video and display it properly. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit like that. We've talked about like using AI to just make accurate timestamps of streams. Like I personally don't think that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't think that's crazy. So, you know, I think there's different ways to separate this, and I think it's very, very easy to group a lot of these things into the same conversation when it's not. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that me saying it's not ethical doesn't make it okay. But I will say, man, listen. We interact with unethical businesses every single day. We interact with unethical businesses every single day. And that's like, that's where it starts to get tricky with me. Is like a lot of these motherfuckers are refusing to use AI, but they got Nikes on their feet. They're using iPhones. They replied using an app called Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Instagram ain't safe from unethical practices. TikTok ain't safe from unethical practices. Same thing with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You got Amazon Prime. You drank Starbucks yesterday. You had a Coke the day before that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, again, it doesn't make it okay. Like, and it doesn't make it not unethical. But some of y'all like treat this AI shit like it's some like y'all don't interact with unethical businesses every single day. And that's where some of y'all like lose me. That's where some of y'all lose me, bro. That's where some of y'all lose me. And in terms of taking jobs out of the market, listen, I've truly like over this weekend tried to use AI just to really get a grasp of what it can and can't replace at its current state. And let me tell you, it can definitely replace certain jobs, like as it currently stands. And it's definitely a cheaper option. It's definitely a more frictionless option than, you know, finding the right person, paying them, commissioning them, and all of that. But I feel like there have been so many different instances in our life of automation in general taking away jobs. Stuff that we use every single day that we just kind of take for granted now, but a lot of these things took away a lot of people's jobs from something as simple as the Easy Pass. You know what I'm saying? They used to have tolls where people worked at those tolls. People got paid to do those tolls. Now everything is just an Easy Pass. You know what I'm saying? The invention of the self-checkout, right? What about online shopping as a whole? You know what I'm saying? Hell, even like digital art, the concept of digital art, some people can make the argument was, you know, something that impacted just IRL real art. You know, and it feels like AI is just another, like the next evolution of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, hell, even a search engine, right? Like back in the day, people used to have to go to a library or used to have to go to an educational institution to read up on things, used to have to get a newspaper, but now everything's on Twitter, right? You can look things up within the palm of your hands. So there have been advancements even before this that have just made life so much more efficient, and we have just embraced it. I don't know. And it feels like this is just one of those things. It feels like this is one of those things that it is getting, there definitely is a potential of getting rid of a lot of people's jobs. And I do feel bad, but it's also like in other industries, we have tried to make things efficient, and it has been at the cost of people's jobs, and we've just kind of accepted it. I don't know. Oh, I'm not saying Twitter is a search engine, by the way. I don't know. That's more so like a replacement of newspaper type of thing to me. Now, again, let me make this clear. You can make a case that every single example that I just made, SOLZ, you are correct. All those things are bad. It is bad, though, that a lot of those things took jobs from people. But I feel like when it comes to like this whole conversation, it's like all of it is bad or none of it is bad thing to me. I don't know. And Fly in the chat said, now you're just yapping. Listen, I'm here to have an honest conversation with y'all. This is just where I stand. Again, I'm being truly open-minded with this. I'm not like really hard on my belief system when it comes to AI. And I will say this. AI art ain't even art. AI art is not even art. And, to go a little bit on the other side of it. I don't think I'll ever respect AI art for real, because to me, art is inherently human. You know what I'm saying? All these different images, I will never look at it as actual art. I think art to me is something that's being handcrafted by someone that has a human touch to it. And when you look at a lot of these AI images, all of this AI art, like it's not art to me. It's not art to me. To me, it's more so aligned with just image generation. It's more so aligned with like a Snapchat filter. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not really like art. It's not really art. And I think everyone knows that. Everyone knows that this is being fed through a machine. Yes, the final image is like this stylized image or whatever, but it's not art. It's not art. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen, but there needs to be some sort of government restriction that needs to be enforced onto AI. AI becomes more dangerous every day, but I don't think AI can be more creative than a human. The ideas and empathy from a human will always be more relatable than AI art that's generated. I agree. I think to just give a more like positive tone to this, and we'll see how it ultimately plays out, right? Only time will tell. But I do see there being a higher demand because of what AI is for actual human creators. That's why for me, I've never been afraid of AI content creators for real. Because I think the more AI slop goes out there, the higher the premium is for actual real content. I think even before the AI revolution, people have been looking for authenticity on the internet. You know what I'm saying? There was a time period where authenticity was lacking and it was glorified to make the most clickbaity shit. I think over these last couple of years, we've kind of reverted back and I've been looking for more authenticity. I think the more AI slop goes out there, the more it's more valuable for you to become more human. You know what I'm saying? So I think there is a positive twist to this, but I also definitely do feel bad that it is going to be taking away jobs from a lot of people because it is just a cheaper option for corporations to use. You know what I'm saying? It's lowered the barrier to entry to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It's not just art. It's coding as well. It's all of it. It's all of it. You know? But also when it comes to the stealing content conversation, yeah, I just can't get over the whole it's a corporation doing it. I think that's my main problem with it. It's this big ass corporation stealing the data of people unwillingly, and the only one profiting from it is that one big ass corporation. I think that's the biggest problem, to be honest with you, because like content stealing, let me say this, like content stealing is not new. Content stealing is not new. And I'm not talking about sampling. I'm not even talking about, making it transformative. Like reaction videos, repurposing videos, like all of that is not new. But I think when it comes to AI art specifically, it's because of the fact that only a handful of people can really create these images. Like a handful of corporations have the technology to create these images. They own the technology to create these images, and they're the ones profiting. I think that's where it becomes nasty. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really where it becomes nasty. And there's other like really bad use cases of AI as well, that you just really can't justify. Like it's made deepfakes much easier. You know what I'm saying? It's made misinformation much easier. I'm not gonna lie, I was tricked this past weekend, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. Like AI is definitely getting to a point where I'm getting tricked, and I view myself as like a pretty media savvy person, a person that's able to determine what's AI and what's not. But there was like an interview of LeBron and Stephen A that people AI'd to make it seem like they had an interview in the past, and I genuinely thought it was real. Ended up being not. And I already had like, is this AI type of questions when I first started seeing it, but the fact that it's getting harder to interpret what is what every single day, like that's kind of crazy, y'all. That's kind of crazy. That deepfake stuff is weird. Yeah, that deepfake stuff is weird, y'all. That deepfake stuff is weird. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think, because genuinely, chat, this is such an interesting conversation to me, because I think people, like, especially from a business perspective, when you know that there is this thing that'll produce this output that you're looking for at a much cheaper rate, as a business owner, like, you dead ass trying to be a saint to not use it. You know what I'm saying? Like as a business owner, we do things already that make things efficient. That are again are things that got rid of jobs in the market. Like I think the biggest example of this is online shopping and online delivery. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like to a degree, like AI is just that. It's a way to do things much more efficiently. And a much cheaper cost. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I'm using that as an example is because I've literally been watching The Office a lot lately. Like that has been my show to binge, and there's that ass a whole season, pretty much dedicated to how Dunder Mifflin is like struggling to adapt with the times with the online world, and them not making a website, them not adding online delivery is literally killing their business. Is literally them making things harder on themselves when, there's an easy solution right there. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely get, like, even just watching the show, the struggle in how it is affecting an older generation that, isn't adapting or like is making certain jobs obsolete. But at the same time, it's like, you gotta get with the times, old man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Who's your favorite character in The Office? Dwight. Dwight is my favorite character in The Office. Jim and Pam, I actually do not like them. After Dwight, shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Daryl. I fuck with Daryl a lot. And Andy Bernard, man. Andy Bernard is mad funny, man. Yo, Andy Bernard is mad funny. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, let me know what y'all think in the chat, man. Do y'all have any pushback? I know some of y'all were saying I was yapping earlier. Y'all didn't like some of the examples that I used. Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. Talk to me. Because y'all know me, I'm a both sides ass motherfucker, man. Michael Scott gotta be top 3. You don't got to. You don't got to. What shows have you been watching recently? I need some recommendations. I've been binging The Office. That's it. My person, I low-key have an obsessive personality, chat. When I lock into something, that's the main thing I'm gonna be locking into. For real. And I have like this tunnel vision when it comes to shows. Like I ain't really watching anything else until I finish that show. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. Let's see. Let's see what else we got, man. Side note, I got the biggest headache right now, chat. So if my performance ain't up to par today, that may be why I was yapping. I low-key got a headache right now. I low-key got a headache right now, y'all. But, okay. Let's see. I think another point that I want to bring up, I think the reason why AI is such a big problem right now is pre-AI, the internet was already a regulation nightmare, right? Like it was already the internet as a whole was already the wild, wild west. Adding AI on top of that makes it regulation hell. Like it's becoming harder and harder to regulate the internet when there were already regulation problems to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, let's see what we got. I think AI can target smaller, easier jobs. For example, self-driving cars replacing taxis and the DoorDash robots delivering in Cali. It's small examples but can expand to different jobs. It's scary as it advances. Yeah. So that's another thing. Like, I could see AI getting rid of the need for Uber drivers as a whole. You know what I'm saying? It's actually crazy because I was in San Fran, chat, and they have like self-driving cars already. And I'm talking about like self-driving taxis that you can order. That shit looks crazy. Cause I've never seen that before, chat. But yeah, AI is about to take a lot of motherfuckers' jobs, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I think as someone who is in the creative space, you have to keep in mind art is subjective, but I feel most artists, like graphic designers, can use this to enhance their work in some ways. I'm gonna be honest with you. The more and more I use AI art, like just to get more examples, the more, like maybe this is just me. I know other people won't think like this. Like, when I got the value of creating an image in a certain art style, but also like I was like, yo, these little errors that I see in this image, I just wish I gave it to an actual artist that will actually get, you know, the details right. Like, I don't know. In some ways, it did literally make me want to crave more human interaction. I don't think you were yapping. I just feel like you were fence-sitting a bit. I think when you say we accepted all the other changes, toll roads, and stuff like that. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I'm fence-sitting because I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I'm literally in the middle of this because I am not so anti-AI and anti-AI art that I'm just gonna not be open to using it and I don't see the advantages in using it. But I'm also not so pro-AI art to the point where I'm just, man, fuck y'all, just get with the times. Like, I definitely get the concerns. And I think just in life in general, that's just my viewpoint, is like, I personally believe the truth is in the middle a lot of times. If you go extreme on one or the other, you are probably just in like in a bubble of information and you're not actually seeing the light through. That's just me. We are opening Pandora's box with AI, and we keep using it for dumb shit and replace creativity. hey, this the real like real conversation. AI is just a product of capitalism. Hey, if we're really trying to pod, if y'all really want to pod, AI is just a product of capitalism, y'all. I think even the concept of AI, and specifically AI art, won't even get to motherfuckers' brain if it wasn't for the system that we live in. But that's the real conversation though. It's cool though. It's cool. You can use AI for pitch decks, but use it as a foundation for making something bigger. Yeah. I think that's ultimately probably the best way to use it in the most ethical way. And even then, just apparently literally just making a prompt is wasting like a shit ton of water. But yeah, using it as a foundation for something and then building upon it, that's probably the most ethical way. I'm an IT student and I love AI for small tasks, but I feel like it is hurting people in other jobs. I'm not saying fence sitting is bad, LOL. Just think it calls for a more in-depth conversation. Yeah, we'll see what the comment section is looking like on this clip, because we definitely about to clip this up, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. It's just because like technology as a whole, chat, like I've always found cool because of its ability to make things easier. You know what I'm saying? That was like not easier back in the heydays. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's always been cool about technology to me. Like the fact that, for example, like this is a real use case that happened in my life. I was separated from my parents because of, immigration status and all of that. My parents wanting to, or my dad specifically wanting to go to America to provide a better life for us, right? But technology has allowed us to literally video FaceTime, video call each other at a moment's notice. You know what I'm saying? So, that wasn't possible back in the heyday, and stuff like that. But technology allowed that communication to happen. Facebook as a whole has literally maintained a connection with me and my family thousands of miles away because of what Facebook is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Same thing with YouTube. It's made content creation easier, consuming content more democratized, and all these different things. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like technology is the main thing that makes it cool is making things easier, doing tasks much more simpler. And I think AI is just the next step in that, So I will say this. I think specifically with the amount of government investment going into AI at this point, how lucrative of an industry it is, it ain't going anywhere. Like, I'm at that point, whether you think it's ethical, unethical, all these different things, AI ain't going anywhere. It is here to stay. So I feel like at this point, if everyone's rocking with it, you just got to get with the times. Like, I'll put it in content terms, chat. I was initially, this is probably the easiest parallel I can make. Initially, I was never cool with reaction content. Like, back in 2017, 2018, I hated reactors. I know that sounds crazy coming from me now, right? But I hated reactors. I thought it was lazy content. I thought they were genuinely stealing content, especially coming from a video essayist like myself. Me spending tens of hours on a video, and then Flight reacts, by the way. Just hopping on OBS, turning on my video, watching it, and saying some bullshit to it. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like, this is crazy. Reaction content is crazy. But then it just became socially acceptable to react to the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw the checks motherfuckers were making from it. And at some point, if society deems it acceptable, and it ain't gonna stop anytime soon, man, I got bills to pay. Like that ass. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy. But man, I got bills to pay. Man, I got, you know what I'm saying, dreams to accomplish. Like if this is the avenue, if this is the way to get there, in the most efficient way, I guess we got to do it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all not complaining, I'm not complaining type shit. Like I don't know. I know the rebuttal to that is gonna be the question, the good old man. So if your friend gonna jump off the bridge, you gonna jump off too? Like that's literally the, you know what I'm saying, the rebuttal to that. But that's just, hey, that's just how I see things. That's just how I see things, chat. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. But you said bills, money, capitalism, and ruin people's morals. LOL, live to see yourself become the villain type shit, man. Look at all the movie trailer reactors. We're in the instant gratification era from Hinger to Chat GPT. We're going to grow more impatient with things in life. I think honestly, the main thing I'm really concerned about with AI chat, more than anything, or maybe not more than anything, because I think the environmental impacts are crazy. I think the reducing of jobs is crazy. But I'm not gonna lie, chat, with how advanced AI is getting by the day, I think it's legitimately damaging motherfuckers' like critical thinking skills. Like that's one of my biggest problems with AI. I think, again, let me say this. Let me say this for the clip, low key. I think AI is problematic for the environment. I think it replacing certain jobs is problematic. But one of the main things I'm concerned about with AI is people, specifically children, literally losing critical thinking skills. Like the fact that you can just go on ChatGPT is going to give you an answer and the reasoning for it. Like that's crazy. I think even for my IT tech people out there, for my software engineers out there, I've coded. I know how to code. I think it is very, very important, at least for me. Maybe I just haven't been in the coding streaks in a minute to know like what a function does, why this variable exists, why that variable exists, why this line of code is set up the way that it is. The fact that you can just type into ChatGPT, make a function that does this, and all you got to do is copy paste into your code and the function just does what it does. Like that is kind of crazy, chat. That is kind of, I think that's bad. I think that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that there's this thing that literally just outputs you the answer. And I understand you can make the argument that like, oh, but a calculator does that. I think it's bad when people don't know how to do on paper multiplication too. Let's get that straight. Like I understand a calculator has definitely sped up a lot of these processes, but I think it is bad if you do not know how to do long division. Like type shit, bro. Like that's bad. So same thing with you know, this AI shit, bro. People gotta learn how to critically think. And I think that is one of the things I'm worried about. That is one of the things I'm worried about. It's gonna happen and only get worse. I saw Monopoly advertising an expansion pack to make the game easier and faster. Like, bro, why do people want everything easy and instant gratification? LOL, ChatGPT a staple among CS majors now. And that's crazy to me. Like, it's kind of hitting me, chat, that I've been out of, like, the education system for, like, 4 years now, actually, and so much has changed. So much has changed. Like, even from the last pod, me talking about how, like, kids, like, at a very young age are getting into political debates now in school. And I'm talking about, like, internet talking points, political debates. Not even shit that they found out by themselves, researched by themselves. I'm talking about, like, regurgitating these repetitive-ass internet political talking points. Like, I think that's kind of scary. When I was graduating college, the closest thing to Chat GPT we had that was a cheat code for real was Chegg. Chegg had all the answers, chat. I don't even know if Chegg is like still, you know, an effective thing to use now. But like chat, I know I seen a TikTok of people crashing out. I think college students specifically. I seen a TikTok of college students crashing out because Chat GPT was down the night before their final. Like, bro. Like, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out here. Like, motherfuckers literally crashing out because they can't critically think and know the reasoning behind certain shit without Chat GPT. Like, that's scary, man. That's scary. That's absolutely scary. Socratic and photo math. Yeah. Photo math was never my thing. What did we used to use? Alpha, what was that? Wolfram Alpha? I think that's what we used to use. I would rather use Chegg and Blue Site over Chat GPT. Is that like an ethical thing, or like is it just a better product for you? Mathway, yeah, Mathway was good too. Wolfram Alpha is some real engineering shit. I ain't gonna lie, chat. That's some real engineering shit. But okay, let's move on to the meat and potatoes, man. Let's move on to the meat and potatoes. Man, we'll see how this AI shit plays out. We'll see, man. Let's get into the Adin Ross shit, man. Better product. ChatGPT can give wrong answers all the time. Can't do math. Basic pre. Yeah. Okay. So he's back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. For better or for worse. Some of y'all might be excited. Some of y'all don't care. Some of y'all hate this. Adin Ross is officially unbanned on Twitch. I don't know when he was unbanned, but I believe it's been a couple of years now since Adin was banned on Twitch. I believe the reasoning was actually just like unmoderated chat or something. But we, you know, over here on Sipping with Souls, we know the story. He went over to Kick, created a Twitch competitor, turned red pill, turned all these different things, made collaborations with the Andrew Tates, the Sneakos of the world, the Fousey Tubes of the world, did a stream with Donald Trump. And now he is back on Twitch unbanned. Unbanned. And it has been the talk of the town when it comes to the streaming world. It has been hinted at for a couple months now. And I believe Adin was actually on Agent's stream last week. And literally a week later, after they said he'd be unbanned next week, he actually got unbanned. Okay? And a lot of people were happy. Well, specifically Adin loyals, obviously, were happy about this. Adin specifically himself has acknowledged that this is real. This is Adin on his other account, AR-15 the Demon. See you guys tomorrow. The return. Okay. So Adin has finally been unbanned from Twitch. So what does this mean? I think that's the biggest question. Is he leaving Kick? Is he joining FaZe? Is Twitch turning red pill? Like, what does this return mean? I think it means a couple of things. For one, I think Adin's joining FaZe. I think for everyone who's been keeping up with FaZe, the relationships in the past and all these different things, them boys have been wanting to collab with Adin. I think Banks has been trying to get Adin to be a part of FaZe for years now. I believe. I may be wrong on that. But The main hurdle, though, has been the fact that Adin has been banned on Twitch. And with a lot of their ecosystem being on Twitch, like Twitch is so strict that if you even have Adin on your stream and he's not even streaming, you can get banned yourself. You know what I'm saying? So they've definitely been hinting that, you know, if Twitch unbans Adin, collabs are gonna fly. You know what I'm saying? All these different things. And I wouldn't be surprised if Adin officially became like a FaZe member and became a part of that culture. Because I do think, as it currently stands, like a lot of the people who consume Adin's content, they probably align with the FaZe boys more than any other group out there. You know what I'm saying? The people who watch Adin, if they're watching a Twitch streamer, they may watch Kai. I don't even think they're watching Kai for real. Outside of like hate watching, I don't think they're watching Speed. I don't think they're watching RDC. I don't think they're watching XQC. Like, they're tapped in with the FaZe boys for real. So I think the correlation is it's just too much there. It's just too much there. And as a whole, I believe a lot of people have been celebrating this return of Adin. Now, as far as what this means for Kick, I actually do not think Adin is leaving Kick. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Adin is leaving Kick. I think for this very first splash tomorrow, he will be streaming on Twitch, but I don't think he's leaving Kick. The reason why I say that is because he has invested way too much into that platform. And I truly do think Adin is one of the few that can pull numbers on Kick that are comparable to the Kais and the Speeds of the world. I think the main thing that truly has been holding him back is the lack of ability to collab with other Twitch streamers because of this ban. I think Adin still rocks with Kick enough to make that his own platform. I still think he has relationships he wants to manage on Kick. The main thing that I think he's going to take advantage of is being able to hop in a Discord call with Kai. You know what I'm saying? Being able to collab with Rage, to collab with Ronaldo, Max, all these different people. I don't think he's leaving Kick. So I think Kick is, at least from Adin leaving standpoint, I think Kick is actually fine. But I think what this means for Adin, I think this is the biggest shot Adin Ross has in reviving his career. And I know it's not dead specifically, but I think now more than ever, and we're seeing it with the likes of Neon. Like, there has been a lot of these Kick streamers that have been kind of turning tides on the red pill content, on the edgy content, because I'm not gonna lie, it's not producing money anymore. It's not producing views anymore. It's just not the wave anymore. And what a lot of content creators do is just rock with where the wave's at, rock with where the money's at. And that red pill shit is just dead at this point. Unless you really want to get into it and like go into the very, very political realm of things. Like that shit is just dead. And I think Adin is at a point where he don't really care about that shit. He wants to maintain relationships at this point. He wants to be bigger and better than ever. And I think this ban really allows him to do that. But also from a PR standpoint, I think if Adin doesn't use this opportunity to pull like a Neon situation and truly show that he's turned a new leaf, that he is brand friendly, I think this is truly his last chance to do so. I'm being so serious. This is his last chance to become truly mainstream, to become like a Kai Speed level streamer where the whole industry is embracing them. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just keep it a buck. Kai and Speed are on a different level compared to Adin. Like, when we talk about Kai and Speed, we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy Fallon invites at this point. We're talking about being on CBS, being on ESPN. I'm going to keep it a stack. Those opportunities just aren't allowed. And those aren't coming across Adin's desk unless they're aligned with like red pill ass entities already. You know what I'm saying? I think this is one of his last few chances to actually turn the tide and change his image. And I think it'll be very, very telling in terms of if he actually does it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because I think what the Neon situation has showed is that if people actually show genuine change, a genuine change in character, or at least like they do a really, really good job, the PR will turn around. You know what I'm saying? The PR will turn around. But if you are so gung-hoed on your beliefs, if you are so anti-establishment, you know what I'm saying, woke culture, I guess, that you are just gonna keep on doing what you're doing, that's just ultimately like who Adin is at this point. Apologies honestly they don't even exist at this point. And I think that's truly who he really is. Because even within his stint on Kick, he's had so many different opportunities to change his image. But every single time he just comes back to what he's used to. Comes back to edgy content, comes back to collaborations with Andrew Tate. He's gonna bring on Sneeko next stream. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna bring on Fousey to stream after that. I'm saying, like, he just goes back to what he's used to. And we'll see. We will see. But with that being said, I a lot of this has been positive feedback from like the top streamers in the game. Like, I think AMP hasn't been very open about cheering for Adin's return, but I also think them not like condemning it is purposeful as well. You know what I'm saying? I think they're cool with Adin. They just want to keep distance until he becomes like mainstream and PR friendly. But ultimately, I think they're cool with Adin. But there has been some pushback when it comes to this. So let's bring up. Well, first it was Senna's take on it. So let's bring up Senna's take right here.
People are saying, sadly, people can change. You know what I mean? Hopefully, like, he doesn't keep baiting, the white supremacists, everything like that. I think people can change. You know what I mean? I think he did shitty stuff before. Hopefully he changes. If he doesn't, then I'm sure Twitch will deal with it. You know what I mean? But hopefully he does. I don't think that half the stuff he does, would be allowed on Twitch anyway. So, kind of is what it is. It's one of those things. But I do think it's like Twitch permanently banning people is always bad. You know what I mean? Even if you don't like a person, it's always bad, as long as you can hopefully grow from it and change, that's what's better. Now, I do say that loosely, but like, then there's streamers like fucking Johnny Somali that exist, and let's be real, let's keep him far the fuck away from Twitch. Please, for the love of God. Like, that's holy fuck, dude. Let's keep him far away. People are saying sad.
So that's Senna's reaction. I know Hassan also gave his reaction to things. Let me bring up Hassan's right here. All right, boom.
Hassan, you're biased. Hassan, you're woke. Hassan, you're gay. Whatever the fuck.
Damn.
Okay. I just don't want other content creators to get fucking destroyed by this kind of toxic behavior. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I ain't hearing that from Hassan. I'm gonna be honest. This dude right here single-handedly like started or almost started a Twitch adpocalypse. So
that's it. Like, even beyond the Adolf Hitler associations, okay? I think outside of like being woke, there's an environment of toxicity associated with these guys that are like serial harassers, serial doxers, incredibly toxic. And it completely rips apart the remaining semblance of community that Twitch has had as opposed to other platforms like YouTube. I mean, he's done virtually every bad decision you can take. He's done all of that. I mean, he recently had Andrew Tate on he paid him money to be on his platform on Kick. And I mean, he's done a metric ton of awful shit. I hope that he is more limited. I hope that he is limited in what he can and can't say now that he's on Maybe that's the silver lining. Maybe I'm just like desperately looking for a silver lining here because I just can't comprehend why a company that ostensibly cared about what kind of content is allowed on the platform would make a decision like this. Like I think
a part of this chat, I'm gonna be honest with you, is that platforms like Twitter, platforms like Rumble, platforms like Kick has definitely shown that there is a really, really big market, really big market for conservative content, red pill content, and content adjacent to that, right? Really big market. So, and I think that was really portrayed to me during President Trump's inauguration, when at his inauguration, he had Mark Zuckerberg, the YouTube CEO, Elon Musk, I believe the TikTok CEO was also back there, right behind him. All of them right next to each other. So I think these companies have probably figured out that, one, it's just, I guess, more socially acceptable to get these takes off. And two, there is way too much money in this content for that type of content to not exist on their platforms. That's my hunch. I'm a keep it a whole stack, chat. That is probably my hunch. Because I'm going to be honest, a lot of these moves made by these big-ass corporations ultimately are money-driven. Like, I've even said this about moderation. Like, if in an ideal world where there weren't financial repercussions when it comes to allowing certain content on their platforms, a lot of these companies wouldn't even be moderating shit. The only reason moderation exists is because of the fact that advertisers don't want to advertise on platforms that allow certain content. You know what I'm saying? But as we've gone to a point where content that wasn't advertiser friendly before is now just like either like neutral or like people don't care anymore, I think, you know, these social media companies are showing their ass. They never truly cared. They always only cared about their bottom line. Always. So when their bottom line isn't really affected anymore by allowing creators like Adin Ross on their platform, they're just gonna unban them, because Adin Ross still provides a shit ton of traffic to their platform. And specifically with Adin and how connected he is with other streamers on the platform, like, Adin's impact isn't just with his own platform, it is impacting the potential of other content creators as well. So that's why they unbanned Adin. That's the truth. That's why Twitch has, and YouTube as well, because they unbanned Dr. Disrespect. They've just been, or remonetized, not unbanned, remonetized Dr. Disrespect. That's why they've just become looser on these things, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, probably, like, unless you're a Kanye level crash out, and unless you have like I'm talking about extremely serious crime level allegations on you, like, you know, sex trafficking with Andrew Tate, like blatant white supremacist talking points like Nick Fuentes. Like, a lot of these platforms is going, man, we don't really care. We don't really care. And I know that sounds crazy with Adin because he's collabed with Nick Fuentes before. So that's kind of crazy. But that's ultimately what it is, bro. And even Kanye, motherfuckers still love Kanye. Let me chill. Let's see. Here is Rage's reaction to Adin's unbanning.
Has a right to be mad at him. You feel me? And it's up to him to make it up to whoever is mad. And if he can't make it up to them, it is what it is. If you are mad at the nigga, it's your right to be mad at the nigga. And it's up to him to make it right whatever way he feels needs be. You know what I'm saying? It's not up to me. It's up to him. Because, yes, he's had some dog shit motherfuckers on stream. I agree. I hate those same motherfuckers that you hate, Chad. Don't best believe I hate those motherfuckers. I hate them. Okay? And that's up to him to make it up. You feel me? Now, AR loyals. Can we chill, bro? Like, it's day one. It's his first day out here. Y'all niggas on timing already. I seen my fault. Torta. I seen Torta say some shit. Let's just pull up the tweet. Loyals. I want y'all to know a big part of this nigga staying unbanned is gonna be up to you niggas, bro. Chill out. Relax. Do y'all want this nigga unbanned or not? Cause Torta, my fault for the voice
Torta's
crack.
crazy.
I'm going through my third puberty. She made some comments. And actually, Adin had nothing wrong with what she said. I was on the phone with my dog. He was like, "Yo, that's facts. She's that's nothing. She didn't say anything wrong." But look at this. Oh, this is a YG community tweet.
Yeah, so that's racist, and I agree with him. Torta's wild. Torta's wild. But yeah, I agree with him. But it's also a thing of like, this is Adin's community because Adin wanted this to be his community. We gotta stop, bro. We gotta stop, bro. Adin cultivated this community, telling them to chill. This is just them. This is just them, bro. I don't know, bro. But let's go ahead and keep it pushing here. Rage be trolling Senna. Yeah, Rage. I know Rage do be trolling Senna. Okay. On a more positive note, when it comes to streaming culture, AMP got a G League team allegedly, man. I know people were laughing about that earlier, but I'm serious. So it started with Asian Ray. He's back in America, y'all. He's back in America, okay? So this is Ray. Okay, you trying to get me clapped. Pause. So Ray is back in America, back collabing with Kai Cenat. And he's back. Arguably the biggest Asian streamer in the world. Maybe not. I don't know. It's either him or Jason. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm probably leaning towards Jason right now. But I'm not gonna lie. With this recent rollout, hey, I be keeping tabs on motherfuckers' numbers. Yo, Ray was pulling like 30K in his streams. Yo. Ray was pulling 30Ks in the streams. And that shit is kind of crazy. That shit is kind of crazy, man. Shout out to Ray. But on top of that, a couple of things were announced as well. Apparently, Kai Cenat bought a content house for Ray to have his house with Rakai and Reggie, aka Lil Rodney's son, Talil, Punga, and Dez. Okay. So let's go ahead and watch this clip right here.
Hold on. Your first roommate is
Okay, I'm about to get claimed. I'm not gonna keep playing that. So Rakai is in the house. Tylil is in the house. Dez is in the house. Punga's in the house. And Reggie's in the house. Okay. So, for everyone who's kind of tapped into like Kai's community and the content creators he's brought under his wing, I'm not gonna lie, chat. This makes total sense. Like, if we were to come up with an AMPB team, this would probably be it. For real. Specifically, like Kai's associates. This is definitely it. My first reaction congrats to the guys, man. Congrats to the guys. Because a lot of the streamers that are on here really like only blew up over the last year or so, for real. And I personally have my reservations about Rakai because he's underage, just off of that fact alone. But I'm happy for them, you know, taking an opportunity. One might consider a once in a life opportunity and just running with it and maximizing that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because these opportunities don't come by a lot in life, and when you do, you gotta take it to the moon. And these guys specifically have maximized their opportunity with arguably the biggest streamer on earth, and it has landed them a content house funded by said streamer. And you know, a lot of, you know, there's a lot of aspiring streamers and content creators out there that would love to have this opportunity. And I'm glad these motherfuckers got this opportunity, for real. Also, I think this validates just even more the concept of a streaming house now. You know what I'm saying? And I will always give AMP credit when it came to the streaming house shit. Like, you can argue OTK as well and RDC, but when it comes to forming a streaming house of a content house of streamers where everyone has their own individual platforms, I will always credit AMP for making that popular, and them essentially extending the verse out to this. It's ultimately going to help them. It's going to help everyone involved, and I'm excited to see the content, for real. This is a dope opportunity. Specifically with this, I'm trying to be petty a little bit here. And y'all will call me a Kai Avenger for this, man. But I just remember a couple weeks ago on here having to talk to y'all about motherfuckers going at Kai for not giving his friends opportunities, for not giving them handouts. And everyone going at Kai because he's been built off of handouts, allegedly. And I disagree with that whole concept as a whole. But all Kai ultimately was saying in that was that he's down with people giving with giving people handouts, but it just can't be a handout every single time, and you gotta earn it by yourself at some point. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll continue to support you as time goes on, but I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't hold your hand throughout the whole journey. That's unfair to me. That's unfair to you. It's not gonna inevitably do you any good if that's the case. And here we are a couple weeks later, and it seems like Kai is giving his friends opportunities. I don't know. Like that whole idea of Kai not giving his friends opportunities is so crazy. When one, he's done it before. Two, even in the clip, he didn't say he wasn't down to do it. And three, now it looks even crazier because he literally just gave motherfuckers $1 million house to create content in. You know what I'm saying? So definitely cool to see all of this happen. And especially because he's given this opportunity to motherfuckers that have been there for him since day one. For those who don't know about Kai's group, like Tyler and them have been there since like the Facebook days, I'm pretty sure. The Instagram days. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. It's definitely cool. Like people talking about Kai didn't deserve his success and all that shit because he doesn't want to give handouts to his friends. Like that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. This is Lil Rodney's son's reaction to all of this.
When, bro? Like this shit finna happen like when? Like next year?
All right, you scheduled to move in Tuesday.
Dang.
Like ASAP, like that ass, like ASAP. And you don't gotta worry about like bringing your PC and shit. I bought you a new one.
You bought me a new PC?
Yeah, I bought all y'all niggas a new PC. Yeah.
Nah, new PC fire. My shit was ass anyway.
Monitor, all that. Y'all got everything. My shit was ass too. I ain't lying.
Yo, we getting out the hood, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you soon, twin.
Alright, say no more, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro.
Alright, bro. Cool. Turn the fuck up, bro.
Yo, that's turn. So wait.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Just some wholesome shit. I ain't even trying to, make it bigger than what it is. But that's just some wholesome shit, man. Giving your friends opportunities, changing their lives. And also proving that like your impact just goes beyond what you can provide for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's cool. He tricking them boys out too. Oh wow. That's cool as fuck, man. Let's see. Let's see what else we got, chat. Let's see what else we got. Outside of that, I think that's it. I think that's it for this stream, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, this headache also ain't helping me as well. I probably would have gone a little bit longer with this headache, but without this headache, but this headache is killing me. With that being said, chat, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. When's Let's Keep It a Bucks B team gonna form? We already got a B team. Shout out to Cruz. Shout out to Dre. Cardiac. The B team's already there. Now, providing them a house, I'm sorry, we can't afford those funds. But honestly, a lot of that is on playback. they be holding down some of the playback streams, man. For real. Trey, great stream souls. Yeah, I just need to take a Tylenol. Low key. Couple last things. Overtime tweeted this out. What's the greatest NBA 2K of all time? The images: 2K16, 2K17, 2K20, and 2K19. Listen, let me say this, man. I understand y'all got an affinity towards the more recent 2K. Oh my God, I can't get it off. Jesus Christ. I understand a lot of y'all got more affinity to the later 2Ks that have come out over the last couple of years. More specifically, the PS4 generation and on. Y'all be forgetting about the older 2Ks, man. Y'all be forgetting about 2K11. Y'all be forgetting about 2K13. Y'all be forgetting about 2K14 a little bit too easily for my liking, man. And don't give me the, you fucking old fart. Listen, this is a pet peeve that I have even with the NBA community. Y'all gotta stop making all-time lists, GOAT lists. Let me say that again. Y'all gotta stop having all-time conversations and GOAT conversations and then not taking into account all of the things that happened all time. The term is greatest of all time, not just greatest that you've seen, not just your favorite. It is a conversation about everything that's been released ever, which is the greatest. And if you just don't know about 2K11, if you just don't know about 2K14, then get out the conversation because you don't know enough to have the conversation. That's what it is. That's what it is. Because even in the NBA, bro, yo, like if you're just going to have a greatest of all time discussion based off of the players that you've seen, that is not a greatest of all time discussion. I'm sorry. I get it. You didn't see Michael Jordan, right? So you can't speak on him. So just don't speak on the conversation to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it is surface level, like, you can't have a GOAT list without Michael Jordan in it. You just can't. I'm sorry. And for my, you know what I'm saying? For my younger dudes out there, you can't, like, if you've never seen Kobe play for real, like, it'd be crazy for you to just leave out Kobe out the conversation because you never seen him. But hey, man, I just want to get that off. Listen, y'all wasn't there for 2K11, and that's fine. But don't leave him out. Don't leave him out the conversation. Don't leave him out. Let's see what else. We got some quick hitters here, chat. Let me go through my likes on Twitter. Oh, this is another 2K take. I got a lot of 2K takes for some reason, but fuck it. So, Solo DF asks, what's the number one thing you want 2K to change for 2K26? And I said, nothing, actually. I actually want no changes for 2K26 because I am at a point in time where I feel like a new 2K isn't even necessary. It's not even necessary, chat. I'm sorry. I think 2K has gone through so many different iterations of the game. Some are more sim than others. Some are more arcadey than others. From a graphical perspective, shit has just peaked at this point. It doesn't seem like they can make any true advancements in graphical fidelity anymore at this point. I am truly at a point where a new 2K just is not necessary for anyone. And I know they're not going to do it, but literally, if they just turn on the servers for past 2Ks, all everyone will go to would just go to the 2K they liked and play it, and everyone would just be fine and happy. I'm going to be honest with you. There is no need for a new 2K in actuality. They're not innovating enough. They're not bringing anything new to the table, for real. They will keep doing it because the sales are crazy. They're making a shit ton of money, bro. But there is no need for new 2K, and we gotta set the ground on that, bro. We gotta set the ground on that. I'm at a point where I truly feel like 2K should just remaster certain 2Ks. Like, I'm talking about remaster 2K16. Maybe give it a graphics boost, but keep the core mechanics the same. Like, I'm at that point. And just add like a current My Career mode or like that type of shit. And even then, like, I don't think people will really be tripping about like starting their My Career in 2K15 in 2015. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think that's the case. But yeah, these 2K takes, man. I don't know why 2K content has been showing up on my timeline lately, but that's just another one. Let me go through my likes and see if I missed anything. Let me go through my likes and see if I missed anything. Let's see. I got some Sabrina Carpenter likes. That don't really matter. I think that's it. Chat. Pre-Pro Stick 2K is GOATs. Bring back 2K11. Okay, man. I think that's it for this stream, this pod. With that being said, chat, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Hopefully y'all like this little rebrand. Will there be any more SNS vids? I told y'all it's paused indefinitely, bro. It is gone. It is ended indefinitely. Unless that hunger gets back from both of us. And it gotta be both. SNS is, I'm sorry, it's cooked, bro. It's cooked. With that being said, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a 5-star review if you haven't already. Glowzack favorite cologne. Let me show y'all my colognes real quick. Favorite cologne. I got this one right here, chat. Hold on. This one right here is probably my favorite, y'all. Spice Bomb Infrared. Victor Rolf. This shit is fire. This shit is fire. I ain't gonna lie. It's cinnamony. You know what I'm saying? What does it even smell like? How do I describe this? Hold on. Let me see. It's cinnamony. It's smells some oak in there. You know what I'm saying? It's spicy. You know, great winter scent. What do they know about Spice Bomb, man? I got a little, you know what I'm saying? I got a little color. Oh shit, tape kind of coming off. Got a little, you know what I'm saying, cologne collection. What else I got back here? I got Dior Sauvage. I know people don't like that anymore because it's too basic, but that's an old bottle. Prada Black and what is that? Eor de Parfum or whatever. I don't even know what that's called, chat. I don't know, but they back there though. They're over here. Listen. That being said, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Shout out to everyone who super chatted. I'm pretty sure it's only one person, but I appreciate you, one person. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.